Money growing wheat, the finest grassland the world has ever seen, growing in the bed of the Mesozoic Sea, was all laid to waste by gumption and greed. Didn't take no time at all, no sir. No time at all. No sir. No sir. No sir. No sir. Didn't take no time at all. Left, but most folks stay. Listen to our stories, my friends. Listen to our stories, my friends. My friends, my friends, my friends, my friends. Listen to our stories, my friends.
Welcome to The Rain Follows the Plow. I'd like you all to take a moment, close your eyes, and imagine that you're standing out on the Great Plains of the western United States. It's springtime. There's a gentle breeze blowing. Wildflowers and prairie grasses stretch out to the far horizon, and there is nothing to block the view. This land is our land, and this land is the main character in our story this evening. Spanish conquistadors came to this land in 1540 looking for gold, and they left when they didn't find any, but they left behind horses for the Indians to ride, and for over 300 years, Indians, horses, and buffalo were the way of life on the Great Plains, and then the white man came. And the buffalo were killed off in favor of cattle. The Indians, too, killed off or rounded up. And then it was the cowboys' turn for a few years. And then during World War I, a combination of world markets and technology made it possible to make a lot of money growing wheat. And so the farmers came, and they fenced and they plowed. And even though the land was dry, they had been told, and they believed, that the simple act of plowing the ground would magically draw rain from the sky. Well, they had a dream. Here they come.
From Hendersons and Heinrichs, McAllens and O'Malley's, we're living off the fat of the land. Our progress won't be hindered by no mountains or valleys, or it's flat as your mama's frying pan. I like this country fine, I like it mighty good. The wind pumps all the water, the cow chops all the wood. People try to tell you it's been dry up till now, but the rain follows the plow. The great American desert, it soon shall be defeated. I heard the agriculture man say Misters break the soil, plant their crops and trees. Clouds roll in by and by. Fortune favors folks that roll up their sleeves. Next thing you know, we'll be bringing in the sheep. It's our destiny to take all that nature will allow. And the rain follows the plow. Looks like it might be rain.
The Lord shall provide.
Sure feels like rain.
The Lord shall provide.
I swear it smells like rain.
The Lord shall provide.
And the Lord shall provide. And the rain follows the plow. And the rain follows the plow.
Now, along with the Hendersons, the Heinrichs, McAllens, and O'Malleys, there came the family of Ruth and Miles Walker and their kids, Fred and George, and Billy and Jesse. They were hard-working, optimistic, God-fearing Americans. Came out here with a dream. Now, many people who came out to the Great Plains found them vaguely unsettling. They were vast and featureless. There was nothing to shelter you from the elements. It's kind of like being out on the ocean. The horizon, your constant companion, and only gravity to hold you down. But there were a few, like Ruth Walker, who could endure the hardships of prairie life and still appreciate the beauty and richness of this land.
Dear sister, it's so nice to read your letter. I so rarely get to visit. Living out here on the claim, so far from people. Do you really want to hear about the way we homesteaders live? Well, it's been hard, maybe harder than expected. Imagine my surprise to find out that what we'd call our home was really just a hole in the ground. Our neighbors, the centipedes and snakes. But the sky, the impossible sky, this ever-changing dome, it truly is our home. And the earth, the bountiful earth, the endless horizon, it's all here. The air so clear, the stars so near. These days, my husband is the tallest thing I see. We have to ride down to the creek to find a tree. The way we stick out above the grass, we must look like stray whiskers on the face of the earth. And the wind, oh, the storms, they are so fearsome. They stomp around like giants and hurl their thunderbolts. We scurry like the little owls and prairie dogs and dive into our burrows in the ground. But the sky, the impossible sky, this luminescent dome, it truly is our home. And the earth, the bountiful earth, the endless horizon, it's all here. The air is so clear, the stars so near. planet spinning and the earth, the bountiful earth, the endless horizon, it's all here. The air is so clear, the stars so near. The air so clear, the stars so near.
Despite the fact that the cowboys had been fenced off, there still was an Old West ethic that prevailed on the prairie. By the late 1920s, automobiles shared the roads with horses and wagons. Everyone was a newcomer. Settlements were spread out, community was tenuous, and the law was thin. Men still outnumbered women. That always means trouble. It was a place where a gangster could hide out in plain sight, where moonshining was a viable business, and where it was easier to find a brothel than a cold beer.
There ain't no roads in no man's land, who would want to go there? But if you come to roam this land, you're on the road to nowhere. But if you care to set a spell, lay some money down, you'll get to where you're going. All roads lead to Beer Town, Bohemia on the plains. There's free beer tomorrow, every time it rains. You might favor Falstaff, maybe Pabst Blue Ribbon, Stagger, Schlitz, or Anchor Steam. You could be forgiven, but they're boiling down the brew corn now, passing up all around. The only beer in no man's land is fresh and warm in Beer Town, Gomorrah on the plains. There's free beer tomorrow, every time it rains.
Well, a stranger might be wondering, where are all the women? Maybe she's gone for a drive, or better yet, gone swimming. Maybe she's gone to a store to buy an evening gown.
Well, there ain't no women in Beer Town unless you go next door to the beer hall across the road from the pool hall with the Cadillacs parked outside. Comes to the hotel. Happy hacienda full of women who befriend you. Better tempered than your horse, and prettier than most.
1930, the cowboys had totally lost out to their natural enemies, the farmers. In truth, the prairie, with its extreme weather, had never been that hospitable to cattle. But the cowboys regarded the prairie as top-quality grazing land, and they were truly horrified to see it plowed under. After all, it was just a 6-inch cut with a plow that had overturned the cowboys' way of life. Now, who listens to cowboys?
Miles to water, miles to wood, 6 inches to hell. Right side, prairie grasses rise, reaching up into the sky. Magic carpet, rich and fine, big as that horizon line. Roots grow just as far below, feed longhorn and buffalo. The cowboys, they just ride and rope and sing, 'cause it's miles to water, miles to wood, 6 inches to hell. The nesters come around, string their fences, strip the ground. Pioneers with Turkish wheat, tethered to their county seats, cast their faces to the sky, dollar signs in their eyes, as if the clouds could hear their cries. Oh, why? 'Cause it's miles to water, miles to wood, 6 inches to hell. Side down, roots severed in the sun, damage is already done. Living layer up and gone, leaving ground hard as a bone. Prairie soil set free to fly, rose into the devil's eye. Now there's hell to satisfy. Oh, why? 'Cause it's miles to water, miles to wood, 6 inches to hell. 6 inches to hell, boys, 6 inches to hell. Miles to water, miles to wood, 6 inches to hell.
In the 1930s, there were still people around who had fought in the Indian Wars on both sides. There were programs in place to educate and Christianize the natives, but the white population still regarded the natives with nervousness and suspicion. But one wonders if there might have not also been some curiosity, maybe some admiration, perhaps even some guilt.
Well, did you hunt the buffalo? Do you still see buffalo? steaming in the morning glow. Smell their blood, hear them low. When the sun spoke Arapaho, Indian Joe. You wear your hat pulled over your eyes. You don't look no one in the eyes. Little children running high, women cross to the other side. The cowboys say no one can ride like Indian Joe. Where are your people? Well, you ride the old Comanche Trail. What's left of the Comanche Trail? You ride through snow and wind and hail. You'd rather face the coffin nail than the reservation or the jail. Indian Joe. Where are your people? Indian Joe. Where are your people? You watch the grassland disappear, the wolf and wildcat disappear. Everything that you hold dear, thunderbird, pronghorn deer, going down, and the spear. Indian Joe. Where are your people? Indian Joe. Well, did you dance to bring the rain? Hey, could you dance to bring the rain? Warrior of the wind's domain, lightning on an open plain, running like an open vein. Indian Joe. Where are your people? Indian Joe. Where are your people?
Populations often go haywire when their ecosystems are disrupted. One example of this during the Dust Bowl was the sudden appearance of massive herds of jackrabbits that could clean fields in a single night. Some towns even organized rabbit drives to round the critters up and by the thousands club them to death. But to the farmers, it must have seemed the varmints were mocking them. Perhaps they were mocking them for their simple but devastating technology, the one-way plow, or the plow that broke the plains.
Banjo under the moon, coyote, coyote, cleans your plate, tells your fortune while you wait, meets you at the pearly gates, coyote, says farmer, farmer, make it pay, run your tractor night and day, farmer, farmer, one-way plow, not enough sense, too much know-how. Jack Rabbit, Jack Rabbit, Jack Rabbit, Jack Rabbit, Jack Rabbit, running in the pack, thick as fleas on the hound dog's back. See them out, they planning their attack. Jack Rabbit, Jack Rabbit, bouncing on the bed, fight you for your shirt and bread. Round them up, then knock them in the head. Jack Rabbit, says farmer, farmer, make it pay. Run your tractor night and day. Farmer, farmer, one-way plow, not enough sense, too much know-how. down on the bone, about as bad as a banker's loan. Who's gonna reap what you have sown? Grasshopper says, farmer, farmer, make it pay. Run your tractor night and day. Farmer, farmer, one-way plow. Not enough sense, too much know-how. Not enough sense, too much know-how.